From what I understand, the ratings of the NFL are down.
They are. And you know why?
Kaepernick?
Of course Kaepernick, but it's me. You see, I put certain vibes out into the universe. I ain't been fucking with the NFL. And I fuck with the NFL. You understand? I'm a Giants fan. You know what I mean? Like, I like football. I used to play football. But guess what? I ain't been fucking with it. I can't get myself to watch it right now. And is it that, is it all about Kaepernick? Like, I respect what he did. You know what I mean? Do I think us boycotting football is going to solve all of the problems in the NFL? No. But goddamn it, we got to do something. Like, people got to just start being in the habit of doing something other than doing nothing. Because like I said, doing nothing is an action. When you don't do anything, you're actually doing something when you do nothing. So my action, man, I ain't even been watching preseason football. I didn't watch, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, my man invited me. He wanted me to go out to LA for my birthday for the Raiders-Jets. I can't do it.
Not doing it.
I can't do it.
Right, because in fact, the NFL Players Union just named Colin Kaepernick the MVP for week 1 of the season.
Wow.
Even though he's not playing.
Wow.
But the criteria isn't really based on gameplay, it's based on the actions they do outside the field and so forth. So they felt that out of all the NFL players, he deserved to be the MVP of this week.
That's what's up, man.
Tom Brady actually spoke for Kaepernick.
Really?
Yeah, he said that, he personally saw Kaepernick come to his stadium, beat them, and then go on to win the Super Bowl. I believe that either won the Super Bowl or went to the Super Bowl. I forgot which one it was.
Yeah, I think he went, though.
Well, went, yeah. Probably went to the Super Bowl. Everyone is pro Kaepernick, except for your man, Sheriff Clark.
Who's that?
You know who Sheriff Clark is, with a cowboy hat, who fucks with Trump, the black dude. No? No idea? This was like one of the few black Trump supporters. He's a sheriff.
Omarosa.
Huh?
Besides Omarosa?
Besides one of the few.
Okay.
I guess he was offered the job, or potentially offered the job of Homeland Security. He's anti-immigrants. He's anti-black people. Chelsea Handler recently called him a black white supremacist. He said he's the only sheriff that would pull himself over for no reason.
That's a good one.
He called Kaepernick an opportunist. And he said you never see him in the hood mentoring young black males.
Like he be in the hood mentoring young black males. Because what's he talking about? Is he there to see if Kaepernick comes to the hood? Fuck no. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I already know that's some bullshit. I already know this man, Kaepernick, has given of his own money, like, to numerous fucking causes.
Right.
Millions of dollars.
Right. Gave to J. Cole. I don't know about millions, but hundreds of thousands, I think.
No, I heard one was like $1 million, B. He gave somebody some shit like $1 million, B.
I heard he was trying to raise $1 million. I think he raised like 900,000.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. Even still, that's good too.
So you feel that what's happening in the NFL right now, ratings-wise, is because of Kaepernick?
Absolutely. This is the Kaepernick effect. This is what it's called.
Some people say that people are making a big fuss over Kaepernick, but ultimately he's not considered a top quarterback anymore.
It's not about him being a top quarterback.
I mean, isn't that what sports is about?
Listen. First of all, he's better than a whole bunch of motherfuckers that's in the NFL right now. So what are y'all saying? He's not a top quarterback right now. There's plenty of motherfuckers that he's way better than that are in the NFL right now.
Okay. I don't know that much about football. So I'm not.
I do.
So I'm not going to totally defend this. So in terms of all the quarterbacks out there, is he top half or bottom half?
I'd say he's in the top middle.
Top middle.
Yeah, like he's not the greatest but he was doing all right there for a minute. I don't know if he's slid. If we go from, let's just say from 1 to 100, I'd put him around 60 something maybe.
So that's lower half.
Meaning, no, the higher, that's above 50.
Oh, okay.
100 is at the top. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And
I thought you meant like 1 is at the top and 100 is at the
no,
bottom.
no, 100 is at the top.
100 is at the top, so he's 60.
He's around 60,
60 out of
in the
100.
60s, I'd say. So there's plenty of, and this is just quarterbacks we're talking about. So there's plenty of NFL quarterbacks who are under the 60%. What about these motherfuckers? Like, trust me, it's not about that. All the arguments they give of why he's not in the NFL, like, oh, really, is he that? Yeah, he is good enough to be there, motherfucker. If you're going to say this nigga's good enough to be there, then you're goddamn right, he's good enough to be there. Y'all just don't want him there. First of all, there was even no proven anything that anybody was going to boycott anything if they signed him. These are people just feeling like shit might happen. We don't want to sign him because we feel like some of our sponsors might pull out. Well, do you know that? Has anybody actually said that? Who are these sponsors? Or is this just some shit to fucking blackball a motherfucker who did some shit that you didn't like? And now you got to give us bullshit excuses. But see, I'm not the type of motherfucker that's just going to take bullshit excuses. I'm going to take your excuse and I'm going to pick it apart. And no, give me something else now. Because all your excuses is bullshit.
I mean, I'll be honest, I think within...
Say what it is. Y'all some racist motherfuckers, and you don't like that he took a stand. You don't like one of your slaves rebelling. So this is the Kunta Kinte. You're trying to cut his fucking foot off.
Right, because I'll be honest, like, I think within 200 years, so like past our lifetime, I think that football will cease to exist as a professional sport in America. I feel it's just inherently too dangerous.
Well, America's getting so pussified that I say 20 years maybe this shit might be gone. We might be flag football out this motherfucker. Seriously.
Like for example, most parents that are educated in this, who aren't just looking at their kids for a paycheck, they're not going to let their kids play football, knowing what people know about CTE and the damage that's caused in the brain and that type of thing. Unless they develop a technology that prevents that, a new type of helmet or something of that sort.
They do have new helmets, the ones that kind of give in the front a little bit.
Yeah, but it seems like people, NFL players are still dying fucked up and, with all types of, brain injuries and so forth.
Yeah, well, I feel like these helmets are kind of new too, so we still
we'll
have to wait for the data.
Like I say, we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
If they develop a new helmet that stops it, then it'll be fine. But ultimately, if it doesn't stop that, bashing your head against, someone else's helmet, most parents who aren't looking at their kids as a paycheck are going to say, no, you're not going to play football. The end. Just like you're not going to ride a motorcycle.
The old American spirit, that old make America great again. See, those motherfuckers would bash their heads together and not give a fuck. You understand? Like the old John Wayne America, be like, that's right. We crash our heads together in helmets and later on we go on to have brain damage. But that's the fucking American way. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you pussified, pansified motherfuckers. Oh, he's hitting his head. Oh, he's getting everything. Listen, don't get me wrong, the CT shit is bad, especially the motherfuckers that end up committing suicide and all this type of shit. But, I don't know how. I don't have all the data on that, so maybe I should just pull back a little bit. But I'm just saying, I don't see all these football players like killing their families and doing all, maybe there is a certain percentage that, but for the most part, is every person that's smashing their fucking head into another helmet gonna have this shit? I mean, I played youth tackle league. We used to go for that. Right. We used to do that on purpose. If you went home without no paint, from the other team's helmet on your helmet, you was a bitch. So you want to pop a motherfucker. You want to go head on.
Yeah, I mean, look at boxing and UFC.
And I don't think I got anything wrong with me. I mean, I'm working pretty good out here.
Right. I mean, look at boxing and UFC. Because I remember I interviewed that one boxer. Remember the one with the gay sex tape came out?
Yeah.
And he was fucked up.
Right.
And we talked about it. He said,
It's messing with my speech, so.
Really? So your speech you think is from the boxing and getting hit in the head?
It is. I know it is.
Okay. So when you first started boxing?
I was regular. All I did was laugh, joke,
Sure. You had a lot of concussions?
No, I think I got one now, though. I get bad headaches every now and then.
That's what made me not want to box when I was young. But then as you went on, the new boxers who became more defensive, I guess, and just didn't go into battles and shit like that, they actually ended their careers and could still speak. Look at a De La Hoya.
Right.
Look at a fucking Mayweather.
But these are all lighter weight boxers.
Yes.
See what I'm saying? The
But
heavyweight.
they're still getting hit in the fucking head.
Not nearly as hard as the heavyweight.
Yeah, but I think it's relative. Because listen,
no,
a heavyweight on a heavyweight, it's size. You see what I'm saying?
Right, but a heavyweight skull doesn't have more thickness than a middleweight skull. It's pretty much the same. That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
So
but
it's
it's
kind of
more
like
power.
There's more power behind a heavyweight's punch to the same type of skull, the same brain.
You're right.
And ultimately, you're jarring, you're bruising the brain.
I see that. I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that was the first time I really talked to a boxer that was really like, oh shit, like you really got fucked up from this sport. And we're having like a half hour, 45-minute conversation, and it's like, it's very clear. So, yeah, I mean, you may see boxing, and so, I mean, in a future society, they may just say certain sports are just not legal. It's like Fight Club. Yeah, people will do it on the low, but we're not gonna have events and sponsors and that type of thing around.
But then it's like you can't pick and choose then. Like if you're gonna be so humane, then you gotta do that across the board. Not just for football players and basketball players and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean basketball
like you have to show the same type of care and humanity for all things.
And I think people will.
And all people.
Yeah, and I think people will at some point. Okay. I mean shit, back in the day.
We'll see.
Back in the day, the Roman, the Colosseums, it was perfectly
It's
okay.
the Greek games. It's the same thing right now.
It was okay for a bunch of people to die in the arena. It was not a big deal. They were just slaves. They weren't like regular citizens.
And so what we're doing now,
throw a tiger in there,
is a recreation, a lesser, to a lesser degree of the Greek games. That's what me and the God Sincere used to call all of this shit. The Greek games, you know what I mean? Because these stadiums are built just like those. I mean, they're called arenas. God damn it! Same shit.